Drew and Carrie. Drew and... I like to start the morning off with a good chant. You know, I really do. It gets the blood flowing.
It's true, although I don't know if we need any help with that today, because we're hanging out at Fantastic Gymnastics and learning about the sport of parkour. Are you guys seeing this?
Yeah. See, do explain, because this is kind of, you know, my first experience with this sort of deal. What's happening?
Well, it's basically you're trying to find a way to move through a space in the most creative way possible using the elements of the space.
Yes.
So
any way you can propel yourself off something, yeah.
Pretty much. So whether that is this gymnastic place, which is set up with all sorts of cool little things, or maybe it's an alley, or maybe it's the forks. You're trying to like use your environment to do pretty cool stunts.
Even like a BFI bin.
Yeah, like really, it's true.
See, looks like they're training to be stuntmen and stunt ladies from in the movies or something.
It's like all the stuff you see people doing on the movie screens with wires, but no wires required.
So if I'm downtown and I see somebody running down back lanes and jumping over BFIs like that, they're not running from the cops, they're doing parkour?
Yeah,
most likely.
I'm actually putting a challenge out to Drew tomorrow to parkour his way to work from Transcona.
Do it, Drew.
Well, no, it'll be problematic because that whole stretch of Dougal that I drive down, there's nothing to parkour off of, so I'll just be walking like a normal person.
So you jog to work.
Hey, Drew, what's up? Nothing, just a little bit of parkour.
But I feel like once you learn this, then everything becomes something that you can use for parkour.
You want to run into Sobeys doing flips.
Wouldn't that be the best way to do all your grocery shopping?
All the time, like everything
top
you do.
shelf for the toilet paper? No problem.
That would just,
you grab it, you parkour off and land on it too, so it protects you.
That would confuse my simple brain. I might wind up clotheslining or tackling somebody who's doing that. Like, what's happening here?
Yeah, you'd be walking around with a helmet on all the time.
And I feel like when you're like growing up, like a certain age, when you're playing the game like the floor is lava and you're running through the living room, like you have these instincts that say like parkour. But at some point someone shuts them down and they say, stop jumping on that, don't climb on this.
Behave.
But here,
hey, wait a
they
minute.
say, yeah, jump on that.
Were you in my house last night? I'm pretty sure I yelled these exact things at my kids. Don't make me come in there.
And your toddlers?
You have
stop parkouring.
You have natural parkourists in training.
Yeah. It's awesome in here though. The floor is all bouncy, like everything is like a spring.
Well,
it's so fun.
I look forward to seeing you guys try this maybe this morning.
Yeah.
Sweet. Yeah, we'll try.
So here's the plan today as we broadcast live from Fantastic Gymnastics. We are going to get a little lesson in the basics of parkour. They have all different sorts of classes based on sort of your skill level. So if you want to if you've never done this before and just need to learn the absolute basics, that's cool. If you are an adult and you're like, I don't want to take classes with like kids, I want to have adults that are also bad and want to learn how to be better, they've got that. Ladies only classes as well, so everyone can be comfortable. So we cover the different kinds of classes. Then you and I, we get to do our stunts. We get to try and learn stuff. So I don't know if you want to go first or I go first, but you'll do one thing, I'll do another thing. We'll see how it goes.
Okay, well, what's your skill level on 1 to 10?
Of parkour, like a solid 2. I have poor balance, not a lot of upper body strength or lower body strength. How about you?
I used to tap dance, so I'm probably a 3.
That keeps on pulling you through all of these perfect instances. More coming up as we broadcast live from Fantastic Gymnastics.
You're in the morning with Philly and Rena. 92 Citi FM. World-class rock.
This morning we get a lesson in parkour, and if you're not exactly sure what that is, don't worry, we're going to show you. To tell us a little bit more about that, though, I want to introduce you to Guy Mercier from Fantastic Gymnastics. Good morning.
Good morning, sir.
Thank you so much for letting us come out here for an action-packed day. Now, we're seeing a little bit of parkour happening in the background. We're going to see some pretty cool stunts throughout the course of the morning, but for those who are brand new to what parkour is, help us understand what these folks are doing.
Sure. Parkour is a movement sport where you're trying to move from point A to point B as fast as you can using all the obstacles in between and just using your human body as the key.
So how is Fantastic Gymnastics set up for a great parkour destination?
Well, it gives parents an opportunity for the kids to come in a safe environment, padded environment, to learn parkour, learn all the events, and also it gives the opportunity for them to use a number of different obstacles, which you already have.
So what are some of these obstacles that they'll be using, and what are some of the things that they'll be doing?
Well, traditionally here, you're using the tumble track and the beams, which would be used for gymnastics, and all the matting around them to do leaps and vaults. So it'll be interesting to watch them in the background do it. These are the highest athletes that we have and the most advanced ones in the program.
So how long do people do parkour before they become good at it?
Well, you know, it really depends individually. Like some of them take a little while to develop, some develop right away, and then within a month they know pretty much everything and they're just honing their skills.
All right, well, is this something that you can like sit down and learn in formal classes here at Fantastic Gymnastics?
We have formal classes. We have young kids classes from 7-year-olds and up. We have an adult-only class. We have a girls-only class. We also have beginner classes, intermediate, and advanced classes.
That is pretty much sounds like it's covering everybody's range. Is there prerequisites that might make someone disposed to being good at parkour?
No, just the ability to learn, some skill sets, and the encouragement to come out and have fun.
All right, we have a pretty cool stunt coming up in just a little bit with Mark here, but let's see some of the other guys in action here because we've got all of the equipment, we've got some pretty talented athletes, so let's get you guys like giving her. Now, how if I'm coming for my very first beginner sort of class, what are some of the fundamentals?
The fundamentals are basically the first thing is the parkour roll. That's the roll that you learn, especially when you're going to fall, to spread the energy of the fall over your whole body. You're going to learn introductory vaults, and then you're also going to learn introductory jumps. The jumps you're seeing today are pretty high-level jumps because you're going from an elevated platform over a long space. But then that's going to be like an intermediate to advanced movement.
What impresses me so much is how light everyone is on their feet and how controlled their falls are. Like, it literally seems like they're defying gravity because you'll see them jumping from far or moving quick, and the landing is so soft.
It's very soft. The first thing you learn is the roll, and the roll is to basically take the energy from the landing and spread it over your whole body so that you don't feel any of that impact.
Well, it's very impressive to see, and more impressive to think this is something that I can actually learn and try out here at Fantastic Gymnastics. We're going to talk a little bit more about how we can get involved and a little bit more about those classes in just a bit. But let me throw it over to Carrie to introduce one of our parkour friends.
All right, so you're gonna try this, hey Drew. Okay, so we're gonna look at Mark right now. Mark's gonna come over to me. Oh my God, he's a monkey. I'm not kidding. So Mark, how long have you been doing this?
I've been training since just after 2003.
And would you consider yourself like an expert?
Well, I think everyone has a lot to learn in parkour, so you never really want to set this attitude that I'm at this level and I can't go higher.
Wow.
So, yes, in a sense that I should be doing professional work, but no in a sense that I'm always trying to grow. So
You're pretty good, though. So have you traveled the world doing this? Like, how do you expand yourself?
yeah, that's one of the best parts. You know, you get pretty similar architecture in Winnipeg, pretty much everywhere you go. So kind of in order to grow a little bit on what you're doing, we'll go to other cities, train with other people, and get their experience. So,
Other countries?
yeah, definitely. Yeah.
Have you gone somewhere lately?
Yeah, I just went to Lisbon, Portugal, and trained with some friends out there, as well as Cambridge, United Kingdom. It's got a lot of really nice close rooftops and whatever. So
That is so awesome. Okay, so keep going. Let's go. All right. He's gonna go. He's gonna go. Yikes! Oh my goodness. We'll be back with more. Way to go, Mark. I'll send you back to studio. More parkour coming up.
All right, Drew and Carrie doing something really cool, something that I hadn't really been exposed to in my life until, I mean, you've seen different videos on the internet and such, but it's pretty neat to see you guys down there experiencing parkour for yourselves.
This is a really kind of a cool thing, and it's actually been around. I read it's been around since the 80s. Got popular in the 90s and 2000s. Now, like, Madonna's doing it. She's done her videos.
It's in the Madonna music video. It was like the first scene of, was it James Bond? Not Casino Royale. Was it Quantum of Solace? Anyways, one of the recent James Bond films with Daniel Craig had like a whole parkour scene at the very beginning. And today, we're getting a lesson in parkour at Fantastic Gymnastics. Can I show you guys some parkour moves that I've learned?
Hell yeah.
All right.
I would say he's beginner, but
I wouldn't say beginner. Like, hey, hang on. We'll show you one more like cool one, and then I'll like imitate. So.
yeah.
That was
Okay, so
called
you
the
could
Kong
do that,
vault.
Drew. You could do that. Yeah.
Whoa.
That was the Kong vault. That was the
easy.
Kong vault, reverse Kong vault, okay? So this one, Justin, stand on that side because I will vault over top of you, and don't worry, you won't get hurt. Okay, so just stay there. Back up just a little bit. Just a little bit. Okay, ready? All right, so here we go. One,
Go, Drew.
2, 3.
Yes.
This is the
Oh, he's doing the frog.
This is the perching chicken.
He's doing
You're
crouching
doing it
tiger.
wrong.
The prairie chicken.
Oh, nice. The
That's
gopher.
impressive. You jumped up there, no
I've got-
problem. Sulky, jump
Well-
up there with him.
Sulky's turn.
we go. Oh!
Solid.
Nice.
Oh, nailed it with the ending.
Nailed the
Thank
finish.
you.
Hey, but listen, have a seat on the little box here, Carrie.
Okay.
We actually need to invent a new parkour move in honor of Manitoba.
Okay.
The just announced new symbol of Manitoba is a prehistoric marine reptile.
Right.
It is the T-Rex of the oceans.
Yeah.
It is the mosasaur of Manitoba.
This is legit. This is a brand new emblem for Manitoba.
So, in honor of this, throughout the course of the morning, we're going to try and discover our own
Mosasaur.
parkour move. However, did you guys realize that Manitoba has 7 symbols?
No, I didn't.
No,
We've already got 7.
So, well, okay, yeah. So I ran through the list earlier today. I was able to identify 2. Can you guess? Can you try to figure out what these 7 Manitoba symbols are? So
The polar bear.
mosasaur is one of them.
Yeah.
And what did you say?
Polar bear.
No.
no.
Polar bear didn't make the cut.
That would have been.
Because there is a, they break it into categories. So there's like a floral one, an avian one, and then I guess polar bear would have fallen in the mammal spot, but it was stolen by another big mammal.
Which would be?
The badger.
Oh, come on, Phil. Moose. Did you crawl out of a rock from under a rock?
Think University of Manitoba.
Oh, the bison.
So we've got. So in addition to the bison and the mosasaur, which are like the cool, badass symbols of our province, we also have a floral emblem.
What's the floral one?
I have no idea.
Dandelions.
It's that's what it should be.
Yeah.
We actually have prairie crocus for our floral one. The avian one, I didn't realize we had that many great gray owls, but we must have enough because they made the great gray owl our avian symbol. I figured if they're gonna go with something flying, should have been mosquito, but that's okay.
Totally.
Our arboreal emblem, which I guess means tree, they went with the white spruce. Again, I don't know if I can tell the difference between a white spruce and a regular
Oh,
spruce.
yeah. It's easy.
You can.
Yeah.
Is it by smell or is it by the sap
I can do
getting
it by
on you when you're camping?
I can do it by the sap and the smell.
Wow,
Plus one's
you are
white,
a
the other one
true
isn't.
outdoorsman. Hang on. This one is lame. So one of the symbols of Manitoba, there's a category called soil.
Oh, soil. Yeah.
So
Super interesting.
I guess we're slinging some dirt, but we're not just slinging any dirt.
No.
We're slinging orthic black chirizoum.
Like, who thinks of this stuff? You know what we need is a soil emblem.
Yeah. So oh, and hang on, fish emblem. This one
that
pretty
makes
popular.
sense.
The walleye,
Yeah.
also known as the pickerel. So we have a floral emblem, an avian emblem, an arboreal emblem, a soil emblem, a fish emblem, a mammal emblem, and now the fossil emblem.
If you're gonna
the mosasaur.
If you're gonna teach me this much, I'm gonna start calling you Mr. Koza for the rest of the morning. Mr. Koza.
Oh my gosh!
Yeah.
Could be
Can I
like
go to the
Mr.
washroom?
Dress Up.
Can I go to the?
Now,
No, you're not excused.
I'm gonna go to the cafeteria now and have fries and gravy. Okay.
Yeah, I don't want to clean up after that, so yeah, you can be excused anytime you need.
you are excused.
All right. You guys are
All right.
having fun this morning. We look forward to
Oh,
seeing
yeah.
more parkour.
Nice.
We will catch up with you in just a little bit. However, this is quite fitting that the mosasaur became the symbol of Manitoba because
How
the
so, Drew?
Canadian Fossil Discovery Centre in Morden, Manitoba has the largest collection in the world of marine reptiles. So dinosaurs lived on the land, marine reptiles lived in the water.
What?
So they want to start calling them aquasaurs because
Okay.
marine reptile isn't quite as cool as aquasaur.
Because they had fins
Yeah,
and stuff
so-
like that? Okay.
The whole area that used to be Manitoba was basically at the center of this big seaway. So like all of these animals that were traveling from like the Gulf, what's now the Gulf of Mexico, from like the North Pole, basically would all like end up in Manitoba.
Agassiz.
So then there would be a giant T-Rex of the water, basically
Wow.
eating them, a massive crocodile. So we recently had the chance to go to the Morden Fossil Discovery Center to go find out what's involved in preserving these fossils.
Very cool.
We're going to show you that coming up a little bit later on today on Wheeler in the Morning. Broadcasting live this morning from Fantastic Gymnastics, learning a lot about parkour, including the gauge that you use to determine how productive or busy of a day or a competition was. Because when we were miking you up, you commented that your shirt was very sweaty. So it's about how many shirts that you go through because they're all covered in sweat is how hard you're working. Is that right?
Usually you forget working out just because you're kind of playing around, just enjoying yourself, and then before you know it, all of a sudden your shirt's just soaked through, and you go, uh-oh, I was working out, I wasn't playing.
So
go change your shirt, put it on, you're training again, uh-oh, there's another shirt gone.
So how many shirts do you go through in like a busy like parkour session?
Last time I had people over to train at my place was like 7 shirts.
What, 7? In other sports, like they get sponsored by like Red Bull or Monster. In parkour, Tide, big sponsor. This is Mark Selby, and you have been doing parkour for how many years now? 8?
I've been doing parkour since 2003, so about 12 years.
Wow, so that's a very long time to be doing parkour. And what's really cool is you've been able to teach many of the people that we're going to get to see today because it looks very intimidating when we see you guys out in the wild, like climbing buildings, or in the gym here performing really cool stunts. But this is something that's like any other sport. You break it down into its individual components and you can learn.
So yeah, that's the awesome part. I mean, anyone and everyone can do something at parkour. It might not be the big, huge stunts you see, in Hollywood movies, but everyone finds their own challenge, and there's a lot of people to teach you something here. So,
how organized is parkour as a sport? Are there competitions? Are there big meetings? How does it work?
You know what? Part of it, there's a little bit of a virtue in that it's not super organized, just because a lot of people didn't really fit in these other sports where it's really organized, get together for this time. It's kind of come out, join the community. If someone's training, you can meet up and have fun together. So it's more like playing when you're a kid, where you just go knock on your friend's door. You wanna go out and play?
Yeah.
That's kind of parkour. So.
And while you had that sort of growing up as a kid, there was always people willing to play. When you come to an adult, you sort of lose that. However, parkour is bringing this back, because even if you've never done this before, no matter what age you are, you're inviting people to come down and learn the sport.
Exactly.
So today, we're starting off with bare basics, and you're going to teach me some basic parkour.
Yeah, for sure. I'm going to teach you a safety vault today.
Oh, okay, good. Safety vault. I like the part of that. That sounds good. Good start.
Yeah, for sure.
All right, so what do we need to do for a safety vault?
So if you follow me over here to the vault box.
Okay. The old VB.
The old vault box. So basically what I'm going to get you to do is put your outside leg, doesn't matter which leg you pick, just usually people use their dominant leg first.
Oh, really?
Yeah, put your dominant leg down and then your opposite arm. So you don't want to put the inside, you want to put the opposite arm.
Okay.
And then what I'm going to get you to do is bring your inside leg through the middle, tap the floor, and then bring it back to this side. So it's going to go through, tap the floor, and then back to this side. And what you want to do is kind of distribute your weight evenly between your foot and your hand.
So leg up, hand down,
tap
reach
the floor,
through, tap,
perfect.
Reach through, tap.
Awesome.
That's just like doing dancing. I feel like we're doing ballroom instructing classes right now.
Isn't it nice? The thing is, it starts out small like that. You just do drills like that, get used to it, so that way you don't have to jump into it. A lot of people think, oh, I want to try that move I just saw, and they kind of approach it full tilt, not really being sure what their muscles or body are going to do.
Okay.
So things like that develop your muscle memory, and then you can go right into it. So you jump in the air, plant your hand and foot, step through.
That
just
looks
like
so
before.
cool.
So this way.
That looks way cooler. Am I ready to just try the running version now?
Definitely.
Okay, so foot first, foot, hand.
Run and jump, plant your foot.
So I should plan my steps, right? Okay,
Yeah,
so
there
I'll
we
be
go.
a little closer when I start, so I can go left, right, and then get up onto
Yeah,
there. Okay,
perfect.
So left, right, all right. So, ready to parkour?
Let's do it.
Is there like do you say something before you parkour or no?
You could yell hardcore parkour. from
Hardcore
the office.
parkour! I don't
There you
feel
go.
like mine was very hardcore parkour. What did I do wrong?
You know what? The thing about parkour is there's always somewhere to grow. So
That's a very encouraging way. Like, you would be good at the compliment sandwich.
perfect.
So let me try this one more time.
For me, I would just say I like to really leave my hand and my foot on the box and extend through and then push off. So that way I'm kind of distributing my weight on the box and then on the floor. There's no harsh parts to it that are going to put too much impact on any limb.
All right, let me try this again.
Try it. Nice, there you go. That was awesome.
Parkour-y?
Little more parkour.
So once I've learned the basic vault, where do I go next?
The next vault from there, we have a lot of other vaults. You can try lazy vaults, things like that. But the next one I'm going to teach you today is a Kong vault. So
Kong?
I'm going to push you a little bit here. So a Kong vault is I'll just show you one first.
Okay.
You're planting your hands, you're leaning forward, and you're whipping your legs through. So there's kind of a misconception that you have to have the flexibility to bring your feet through, when in reality you're kind of leaning and you pop your legs as you're already going over the box.
Right. We've only got like 5 seconds, so give her. More coming up from Fantastic Gymnastics as we practice the Kong vault. Oh. Parkour.
Drew and Carrie scaling stuff this morning and doing all kinds of cool things.
And we've now discovered our favorite parkour element, the bar.
Okay.
Ooh.
Always liked the bar, but
Yeah.
this one is better.
The bar
yes,
is my favorth thing about everything. Going to Bomber
Well,
games, Jets games.
Totally.
It's true in every circumstance, including in parkour. So we're gonna see like a couple people. Actually, Sonny, go do some cool bar stuff. This guy, his name is Sonny, and he's really, really awesome. Oh wait, hang on. Okay.
Yeah, this-
Let's just see some cool bar stuff. Watch
1,
this.
2, 3, cool
So,
bar stuff.
these are the sorts of things that we've been getting to see this morning, and we've been getting a lot of inspiration. So it's like, okay,
Whoa.
I like what I see here.
All right.
I want to do this. So this guy, his name is Sunny. He just chalked up here, and he can basically do.
Oh my God.
Whoa.
I hope he has on a jock strap.
Looks like a ninja.
Okay. So with that level of inspiration, we got to get on the bar.
Okay,
You first?
I'll get on the bar.
Okay.
Yeah,
No,
got the
I
bar.
don't.
Oh man. Is this,
I kind of want to see it,
this
but I
safe?
don't.
We practiced this.
I cheated. I cheated.
Okay, and what's this one called?
Upside down.
Now the hard part is getting out of it safely.
Whoa! Sulky!
Okay,
Well
we lost some
done.
mics, we lost some monitors, so that was Carrie's. I gotta come up with something good to do. I need to
Okay,
find
you're
my
ready?
thing, my
Okay.
thing. This is, wait, hang on.
Oh.
That
Do
Do
it.
that, Drew.
is my thing.
That's yours.
Try, my friend.
Oh my gosh, oh my gosh. That's called what? The flag?
Human flag.
Drew.
Human flag, hang on. Just give me 1 second.
Is that
Oh,
Eddie
gosh.
Vedder down there with
I
you?
feel like you're gonna hurt your back.
Okay, I'm ready.
You have to use
So
your ab
ready.
though.
Okay, hang on. So it's all about the grip. So
Thumbs down.
You
thumbs
have some of
down.
that chalk? A gymnastics chalk?
Oh my God. Oh my God, Drew. Very good. That is so good. I didn't know you were so strong. I had no idea.
Can the camera
you were so
zoom out a
strong.
little?
Oh, too bad you're not.
Busted. All right.
You know, it's kind of like playing on the monkey bars when you were in grade 5. It's just similar.
Yeah. All of those like techniques that you thought that you had forgotten are now coming back in style, and you
Nice.
get to do it as an adult.
Absolutely.
There's so many like
But I was
things
never
of your
any
childhood
good.
you leave behind.
I was never any good on the monkey bars, so this is a good opportunity to sort of, you know, maybe I can go learn parkour and then go back to the monkey bars and no, that wouldn't work.
Here's
It would be weird to learn here and then go back to your old like elementary school because they'd be like, "There's a scary man not
Yeah.
letting the children onto the monkey bars." So I guess the good thing is like you'll have like a space that you can take classes with other grown-ups in.
Excellent
so that
point.
way
Yeah.
everyone's on the same level.
Excellent point.
I find my confidence in everything in life is back. I've restored that because I felt weaker.
From that?
Yeah, just hitting the bars and just, you know, being with my peeps.
Yeah,
Parkour
okay.
peeps.
It's a
Get
turning
back
point.
into it.
I like how you say my peeps like we're equals here. We just watched that girl backflip onto the bar, catch it with her legs.
That's okay. I went to high school with her.
Yeah.
So
Such different paths. So you would have had the same gym class, yet somehow
yeah,
she can do this.
same school, same thing. Yeah, look at her, eh? Wow.
It's a turning
Way to
point.
go, Christy.
Turning point in your life. We're all happy for you, Carrie.
Hey, thanks a lot, Philly. You
Yeah.
know what? Right back at
I'm
you,
here for
buddy.
you guys.
Two kids. See you later.
More coming up as we continue our live broadcast from Fantastic Gymnastics. Several different classes in parkour for different ages and different skill levels. So if this seems like something you're like, that's fun, or I don't know if I can do this, or maybe I just want to try it once, they have drop-in sessions as well. So you can just come down here
Yeah.
and maybe like start off nice and simple and just hang out.
Nice and simple. And they got stuff for kids too. And
That's
yeah.
correct. So coming up also a little bit later on, our visit to Morden, Manitoba, home of the Canadian Fossil Discovery Centre. We get to see in museums all these fossils assembled, and it looks so cool. But
Nice.
learning about all the work that goes into there is amazing. So they took me behind the scenes into their lab and actually let me work on a couple of fossils for them.
That's so cool.
We were working on the rib bone of possibly a mosasaur, which is a giant prehistoric crocodile, basically.
amphibian sort of thing?
And they used to live in
Nice.
Manitoba. So coming up in just a little bit, we're going to show you our visit to the Morden Fossil Discovery Center as we continue our live broadcast from Fantastic Gymnastics.
City FM, world-class rock.
Broadcasting live this morning from Fantastic Gymnastics, and we're getting a lesson in some pretty cool parkour stunts. We got to see some amazing things throughout the course of the morning, and this guy who's on the bars right now, his name is Sunny, and as you can see, pretty impressive. Basically anything that could defy gravity, he can do and make look very, very easy. I want to call back in Mark Selby here, who's been giving us our lesson in parkour this morning. So at what point in your parkour training do you get to do the bars here?
I don't think anyone's comparable to Sonny on bars because he has a lot of control and a lot of endurance. But it is a very nice feeling, very similar to being on a roller coaster.
Wow. What? So you don't just land, you add some extra flair here. Actually, Sonny, come over here for a second. So that was very incredible. I don't know how out of breath you are after something like that. How on a scale of I don't know what the scale is because people don't do that. Does that compare to any other sort of activity that more like normal folks would be experiencing in their day? Like, is that like carrying groceries, like compared to that, or like on the treadmill maybe for a 5K? Like, how does that compare?
It's a little bit harder than that. You
A
know?
little bit harder than that. Okay. How long have you been doing parkour?
About 5 years, roughly, give or take.
Okay, 5 years and very, very impressive. Let's talk a little bit about the rails or the bars there and technique. How did you get to be so good? Was it doing it over and over and over again, or was just stuff sort of clicking for you?
It always used to click for me, particularly bars. They're really enjoyable. I find them really fun. But just a lot of practice and a lot of time on the bars.
Okay, well, it looks very, very impressive. I'm going to swap you back out, and we'll get Mark back in here, and then we'll get Carrie up on the bars here. So for a basic first-timer, I mean, Carrie's got a big background in tap. That's helped her out with a lot of different things. But maybe we'll just comment on like her technique and what she's doing.
All right.
What could she do as sort of like some entry-level bar work?
So what she's going to try right now is a skin the cat. This is kind of something basic that you would find in gymnastics. It's a kind of a beginner move that will get you more comfortable with holding on to a bar.
Okay, good.
So
good.
she's just going to lift her legs up, hanging on the bar, and bring her legs up through her arms.
No, I've got it.
She's got it. She's got it.
Okay. I believe.
And through her own arms, hanging on tight. And she'll go right upside down, inverting herself.
Keep
You
going,
got
Carrie.
it. You got it.
When do I skin it?
Skin the cat and...
Don't focus on my butt. Rotate.
Whoa!
So,
Very good.
That's pretty impressive. All right, shimmy over here, Carrie. How difficult was that?
that was about 9 out of 10.
9 out of 10.
Yeah. Well, that's what I think I got.
Oh, that was your score. I see. So that, what we're seeing Sunny doing in the background, like that, I would say is like probably like 10 out of 10. But you feel like you were a solid 9 on that one?
I feel like it was a 9 out of 10 performance and a 9 out of 10 spirit.
Real quick, Sunny. What did you think as a pro at this? What did you think of Carrie's performance there?
Not bad, pretty good.
Where does she go next to sort of like take it to the next level, like what you do?
Come to open gym. Have a try.
Oh, that's the technique, hey? That's the practice?
Just practice.
While you're back there, Mark, tell me a little bit about the open gym time. Is that where like people who like maybe saw this on TV and like, I kind of want to, I don't know if I want to try it, I just want to see it and maybe decide if I could possibly do it. Is that the time to try it out?
Yeah, if you want to try parkour and there's, I mean, we have programming for a lot of different groups, but if you feel like you don't fit into any of those groups or you just want to come into a more open atmosphere, come to Drop-In. So you can check us out on Facebook, Winnipeg Parkour. Search the group and we'll add you to the group. If you want to try parkour, we'll make it available for you. So we have drop-in times here all the time during the week. So
that's pretty cool. 3 different class times during the week and drop-in time, so definitely available and accessible to anybody who wants to learn more about parkour.
Definitely.
Thank you very much. We have more coming up as we continue our broadcast from Fantastic Gymnastics.
And now, I don't know if they're swingers. Not that you have to answer that.
Well,
Swinging on poles.
parkour style.
Swinging on poles, yes.
Yeah.
We've been doing that this morning.
Hey, guess what? We just learned too.
If you are a really good parkourist, you may have some career opportunities ahead of you because they use parkour athletes to test prisons to see how escapable they are.
Stop it.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
For real, because apparently, and Mark was saying, he's like, pretty much any jail, if you're very good at parkour, you can break out of. That's just a tip.
We gotta play the floor. We gotta play the floor is lightning. The floor is lava. So we gotta make it over to you guys.
Okay.
Hey, where are
Without
you?
touching the ground. We're upstairs in like their like sweet parkour room.
Oh,
Made it.
wrong way,
Made
wrong
it.
way.
What do you mean wrong way? There's no wrong way to parkour.
No, for me, I'm going up. I don't know how to get down. I'm a monkey.
Is there any way, like, could this become an X Games sport someday or an Olympic sport?
Well,
That
I
would
was
be
asking them about that, and it's like part of what's cool about parkour is like it's not like as structured and organized as traditional sports, but I mean as more and more people are doing it and there becomes like I guess known challenges and stuff, then I think I think we're gonna be seeing like a lot more of this, like televised and like really cool stuff.
And Philly, for you, there's going to be a parkour ladies bikini team coming soon.
Ooh.
Yeah,
Suddenly,
just thongs and tanks.
I can be the coach. I can be the coach.
You could be the coach, you perv.
Where are you guys at tomorrow?
We're going to spend some time at the Manitoba Museum. They have a couple different things going on for the summertime. Some new planetarium shows that teach you life as a spaceman, plus summer day camps. We need to get the kids out of the house. We'll show you what they could be doing at the Manitoba Museum.
It's fun.
Perfect. We've had fun with you guys this morning. Enjoy the rest of your morning, and we've got an hour left on the radio side of things. Take care.
Right on, right on. Carrie Selke here live at Fantastic Gymnastics. I'm here with Mark Selby. We're doing some parkour. Okay, so for those people who do not know what parkour is, explain in a nutshell what you do.
Parkour is kind of defined in a lot of different ways for a lot of different people. But for us, we're kind of just out exploring with our bodies. We're not using a skateboard or a bike, anything like that. We're just playing and seeing what we can achieve with just our human body, playing around, do a lot of precision jumps, things like that. This is where we practice here in Winnipeg. Fantastic Gymnastics.
So it's like getting from A to B outside the most efficient way you can by just using your body, which I think is so great. You don't need equipment. You just like need your body parts. So we went from downstairs to like tons of padding. Where are we now? Describe this room, because it looks like a jungle room and it's very intense and it looks painful.
I think this does a better job of representing kind of how we train outside. In a gymnastics gym, you have a lot of surfaces that are kind of wobbly or bouncy, you know, rebounding surfaces and mats. Here you're going to get harder things, galvanized steel scaffolding. It's not going anywhere. Hard blocks, and it teaches you more of the principles of having to land softly, not depending on equipment, but depending on your own technique.
Oh yeah, because I mean, I know people go from like swinging to like crawling to rolling, and
exactly.
I wonder, like, how often do you get hurt, like, or do you just train yourself to never ever get hurt?
It kind of, you know, there's kind of a misconception that it's lots of broken bones and things like that in parkour. Like, I'm not trying to make fun of any sport in particular, but I've experienced that more in gymnastics from doing flips and acrobatics where I hurt myself. In parkour, it's usually scrapes and bruises.
Wow.
Just small things.
And something cool that Mark just told me, he actually was just in Toronto doing, what was it, Robin Hood?
Yeah, it's in the heart of Robin Hood.
He was doing parkour because they got him to come in and do parkour for the show, and he just showed me on a smartphone like this crazy jump. How high was the jump that you had to do?
In the play, I was jumping from about probably 13 feet and across about 15 feet.
Oh my God! And he jumps like, and he lands on it. They go through a pair of shoes every month or something crazy.
Yeah, about that.
Wow! And you were talking about equipment-wise, like you basically wear like pants that will create some kind of like a wind, so it shows your. Like, explain your pants.
For me, it's a little bit of an aesthetic thing. If you see me moving in a video and you were to slow it down, you can kind of see my pants trail where I was going. I mean, that's kind of a lot of people's reason for it. Also, kind of hides my ugly technique, to be honest.
Oh, and
but no, when you're trying to improve your technique, we wear thin shoes, things like that, so you can really feel surfaces. It's more tactile.
And notice how like no one has their hands taped and no one's got their hands like
You're trying to improve everything. So the same way I'm trying to strengthen my quads and become more powerful, more balanced, more flexible. I'm trying to make my hands stronger. You know, these are my gloves.
Yeah.
Right. So
I like this too because like if just say you don't have a bicycle, you don't have a car, you don't have rollerblades, you got your body. You can just get anywhere A to B with parkour. Okay, so show me. Can you teach me something that I could do? Like just say I'm walking home. I'm walking home. I want to make it fun.
If you're wondering a move that you can do, just instead think of it kind of like when you were a kid, when you were playing. How you would have just done something like keep off the lava, for example.
Oh, yeah,
so this is something we'll do with kids a lot here in the gym just to teach them coordination. We'll play games like tag where you have to run on obstacles. So here, you could actually just play on all these things and move around, and it's you know, relatively safe when you're just walking on beams. The floor is lava.
I can
right
do
now.
that. Watch this. Check this out, Justin. Look at this thing. Hop here.
There we go.
Look at that, eh? Just one of those.
Yeah,
and then I
nice.
just like,
Yeah, there we go. So you survived the lava.
I got the lava, yeah, okay.
So yeah, that's something we would typically practice a lot.
Now, and like, I would worry though, because I am a little bit clumsy, and maybe it's because I'm left-handed. If I tripped and I would smash my face and break all my teeth, has that ever?
Well, usually what we do is we start with like super basics. So basically, we'll teach you how to break fall, we'll teach you how to land and roll. That way, if something ever does go wrong, you're kind of equipped with the skills you have to react.
That's what I mean. Like you have to learn how to save yourself as well.
Exactly.
Because I mean, just hopping around and having a great time. What happens if you're like, oh my God, I went way too far?
Yeah, exactly.
You know what I mean? So what do? Just put your hands out?
Say I were to land and undershoot a jump like onto this rail, and I undershoot, I can kind of fall and put my arms like that.
Yeah.
That doesn't hurt. Like that's something. It's a casual fall. I can do that a million times, and the reason is because I'm just smacking the ground with my hands.
Oh my
so that's
God.
a break fall when you're falling and you hit the ground with your hands.
Well, that didn't hurt either. Oh my God, we're having so much fun here at Fantastic Gymnastics. Thanks so much, Mark.
For sure.
Back to studio. Thank you.